Hey guys, Joe here, Back to the Word, and this is the July 2025 Back to the Word book briefing where I walk through my most recent reading list, some recent arrivals from publishers, and upcoming releases that I personally am excited about in the Christian book world. As always, major sections of this video are timestamped if you want to hop ahead. Also, helpful links are in the description of this video. If you have questions about the books or ideas for future video content for my channel, let me know in the comments. And as always, I've put a link to a playlist of other book briefing episodes like this one that I've done in the description of this video as well. So let's hit the first section, my reading list. I just want to highlight two books, one that I've recently finished and one that I'm reading right now that I'm really enjoying, and talk about it with you guys. So first up, the one that I just finished. I actually just released the review video on my YouTube channel, so you can go find it on my channel if you want more of my thoughts on this, since I'm doing the brief thing here. But that's Small Preaching, 25 Little Things You Can Do Now to Become a Better Preacher by Jonathan T. Pennington, published by Lexham Press. This book's just about 104 pages of reading. It contains 25 essays. They're just short little things to help you become a better preacher and teacher of God's Word. Excellently written. Go check out my full review if you want more comments on that. Definitely something for any preacher from all experiences, whether you've never preached a sermon but you feel called to preach and you aspire to be a preacher and teacher of God's Word, or you're a seasoned pastor. You will learn stuff and be enjoyed, challenged, and sharpened in your craft by time in this book. The second book is one that I'm reading through right now. I'm about halfway through. Is this book right here, A Light on the Hill: The Surprising Story of How a Local Church in the nation's capital influenced evangelicalism. This is a book that is a biography on the story of Capitol Hill Baptist Church. So it covers their about 150-year history of their church. As Dr. Moeller says at the beginning of this in his endorsement, every church has a story, every church has a history, but few churches have a history and story and are placed in a strategic place, being the capital, D.C., in the United States, that can be chronicled and shared well with others. This is an excellent written biography of this church history, and it pulls contemporary lessons for today. Towards the end of each chapter, he talks about how can we apply some of these things in the church today, what lessons are learned through the story of Capitol Hill Baptist Church. The forewords by Mark Dever. Some great stuff in here. I'm learning a lot. So this was published by Crossway in 2025, and it's a 352-page read. I'm halfway through, but it's very enjoyable. It grips you. It pulls you in. I struggle to read biography and to get into it, and I am really loving this. I don't know if it's just the way it's written, if it's the stories, if it's the history, there's so many things. This is worth checking out and putting on your reading list if you're interested in any of those things. Moving into recent arrivals, what has recently arrived from publishers to my library for review. First, I want to talk about Dr. James N. Hamilton's newest book. In the beginning was the Word, Finding Meaning in the Literary Structure of the Gospel of John. This book is released this month as I'm filming this, July 2025. It's just over 200-page read, and he is getting after some of the meaning in John's Gospel because of the literary structure of John's Gospel. If you know anything about Hamilton and you pay close attention to the structure or the design of the cover, you'll know what he's advocating in here. He's saying it is a chiasm, and as we look at that chiasm, he's not manufacturing meaning, but he's showing how the chiasm structure of the Gospel of John through this book, as he's defending it, shows more meaning and the significance of different truths contained within John's Gospel. So I'm looking forward to reading this very soon from Baker Books and giving you guys a full review on my channel. The next one arrived in June. I've talked about it. I've already done an overview video. You can go figure out on my channel for the whole series. And then I'm working on a deep dive review of this volume specifically, is the ESV Expository Commentary Volume 1 on Genesis through Numbers. Yes, the whole series is out, all 12 volumes now. Volume 1 was the last one to come out, 1,300 or 1,392, so 1,392 pages. Working through some of this, spot checking some things, hoping to do a deep dive review on this resource. I am so glad Crossway finished this series, and it is right behind me on the shelf for all of my videos. Love this series. Go check out my longer review video that I've already done, and I'll do a deep dive real soon, and I'll publish for you guys on that volume specifically. Third one that I want to highlight, something Christian Focus was generous enough to send over for me to use in future videos. This book right here, A New Exposition of the London Baptist Confession of Faith of 1689. It was the general editor is Rob Ventura and has many contributors as they walk through each section of the 1689 Second London Baptist Confession and give you commentary on it. Something that I've recently been digging into is the roots of the Baptist faith, different confession type of things. This is very helpful. This is the Reformed Baptist Confession, one of the longest standing Baptist confessions we have. And so this is a very helpful resource for those interested in studying such things. It's 568 pages and it was released in 2022 by Christian Focus. And I'm really looking forward to doing some different videos soon on the Baptist faith, Baptist heritage, Baptist practice, Baptist legacy, and using resources like this to fill out some of that video content and share with you guys. If you want this on the shelf, check it out. Published by Mentor, which is an imprint of Christian Focus. So, upcoming releases is the last section of my book briefing. So summer is kind of a slower season for releasing books, but here's some upcoming releases that I'm personally excited about that will be hitting the Christian book world real soon. First up, you may know it by a different cover, but here, Institutes of Eclectic Theology, a 3-volume set is coming out from P&R in late August 2025. Now, you may be curious, we already have Francis Turretin's Eclectic Theology in 3 volumes. Yes, you are correct, but they are getting new covers. So the green ones, which I'll put up the image right there, are going away, and we're getting linen, brown, kind of brownish orange ones. So this is a new edition with new covers. So it's coming out late August 2025. It's going to have 2,320 pages. So Turretin is a Reformed scholastic who taught at Geneva after Calvin and lived from 1623 to 1687. Just some things about it for those who are curious. This new edition features a brown linen hardcover with gold foil and a satin ribbon bookmark. I'm guessing since this is in 3 volumes, each volume will have a satin ribbon bookmark, though it doesn't really show that on the images that I'm showing you right now, but that's what the description from the publisher says. Also, this new edition retains the same interior design and pagination of the originals release. So you have the old version. This new version is going to have the same page numbers and interior design. So really, we're getting new covers, but the guts, the text block is staying the same. That's going to be super helpful for anyone picking up this new edition, because when you're reading stuff like Kevin DeYoung's, I got it right over here, Kevin DeYoung's Daily Doctrine, he quotes Turretin a lot. If you get this new edition, the page numbers he's quoting from the old edition are going to match the page numbers in the new edition. So they're serving us well as a publisher by doing that. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to get these volumes or not. They're right now on sale for half off from like Westminster Bookstore for $100 because the set's going to be $200. I'm thinking about probably purchasing them electronically through Logos or something like that. But if you've been thinking about getting this is a new edition that's worth checking out and thinking about. I might go the digital route, but I'm a physical book guy, so who knows? I might get this new edition in the near future as well. The last thing I want to talk about is the Sing hymnal. The Gettys plus others are doing this hymnal with Crossway. Super big project. It's going to be saturating the Christian book market in the fall. probably around that September time period, published by Crossway. It's right now touted to be about 912 pages, which is going to be pretty thick for a hymnal. But here are some of the exciting things and why I'm mentioning it in this book briefing. It's going to contain 498 classic and contemporary hymns presented in a treasured resource you can carry with you through life. It can be used both in personal study by pastors, by teachers, by leaders, by worship leaders as well, and it can be used in your churches. That's how it's designed. It features 403 liturgical readings, psalms paired with popular hymns, and stories about each hymn, which are perfect for church use. It's also going to have liturgical readings that include quotations from classic and contemporary writers and theologians, including Augustine of Hippo, Francis of Assisi, Martin Luther, John Calvin, John Bunyan, Charles Spurgeon, C.S. Lewis, Billy Graham, J.I. Packer, John Piper, Johnny Erickson Tata, Dane Ortlund, and H.B. Charles Jr., among others. So part of this is also, lastly, this is a big help for those who are leading worship at their churches. It's going to be part of the Sing Hymnal suite of resources. So it's going to include, and you can get, a lay flat edition with chords designed for easier page turning and reading, along with a website that they're going to make available for purchasing and downloading hymn sheet music. And it's going to plug into work that the Gettys and Crossway have already been doing together, which is pretty exciting. So with that, there's other upcoming content on my channel, so if you want to be aware of that, hear about some of the things that I just shared about as I publish videos, make sure you like and subscribe, or actually subscribe and then hit the notification bell. If you want more people to see this video, hit the like button. Other book briefings are in the playlist, so I've mentioned other books. There's other things that projects I'm working on. You can go back and look through some of those. And if you have questions about any of these resources, because what I was covering there was just brief, let me know in the comments. Love to learn with you guys and answer any questions that I'm able to do so. So until next time, continue to read, treasure, follow the word. God bless. I'll see you guys soon.